Hello and welcome back to our Bloodstained Let's Play. Um, I know last time we said we were going to fight the twin dragons. That didn't work out for us. Um, I think if we had practiced a little bit more, we could have gotten through it, but we we were getting our ass kicked. So what I did was I did a little bit of grinding and leveling up and um, building up our character. Um, One thing you can see right away is instead of the knight, we have this giant sword that is following us. So one of the things I did was I went um, and in the library there is a thing called the Bloodbringer. So this is a sword that was floating around. Um, uh, Correction, we fought him in the cathedral. Um, And so there was a place where I went and I was actually trying to get silver. Um, but he started dropping sword fragments and then dropped this familiar. Um, this familiar we can either um, equip and have him fly around and attack with us, or we can equip it as a sword itself. You can't have both at the same time, but um, I like swords, and so we're going to have him fly around instead of our knight. Um, and so while I was doing that, we also ended up um, as you can see, leveling him up to grade 9 and level 15. So the level, just by having it attack, I guess it gains XP and would level up. Grade 9, every time you pick up another copy of the familiar, that goes up by 1. And then the rank 5 we got to by feeding it um, uh, uh, pieces of blades that the same sword drops. So as we were farming it, we ended up getting the things we needed to level it up. Um, we're also trying out the Welcome Company as um, a spinning barrier. I'll show you that when I pop it off in this boss fight. Um, we Another thing you can see, I'm wearing a wolf head. We had an armor that we could make if we had one more piece of wool, and so I went and fought the wolfmans to get another piece of wool to fall. Um, while I was doing that, this helmet dropped as well, and so you can see 6 defense, 3 strength, 2 con. It was better than the feather crown um, that we were wearing. And when we got back to create the dress with the wool, we could actually make the silver breastplate, which was um, better. I actually didn't end up making the piece. Actually, I think this might have been it. Um, the silver breastplate. Actually, I don't think we actually made the dress. So this was actually made with silver and iron, and is much better than what we could have um, had. Um, the other thing I did, another thing I did early on was, uh, let's see, ended up creating some food. So we ended up getting recipes for um, a bunch of sweets, cookies and whatnot. So cookies and chocolate chip cookies and cinnamon cookies and sponge cake. Um, so we had the ability to make cookies and cinnamon cookies and sponge cake, but we didn't have the chocolate for the chocolate cookies. And each one of these upgraded our luck a little bit. So that helped, made it easier to find stuff. Um, Same with this berry spaghetti. We were able to make that because I went looking. I was just looking for things to farm that could help us, and I ran across this guy, which looks like a cow with wings. And if you remember, we were looking for a bovine plume, and at the time, I didn't know it dropped from this, and I was hoping that it was a bovine plume. Turned out to be beast milk, I believe, is the thing that I hadn't gotten from them before. So we farmed some beast milk to cook some food. We got the we made the macaroni gratin for Susie, and then she asked for cookies, and we gave her some cookies that we had already made. And now she wants some dish that I don't recognize. So we're probably going to need to learn more cooking before we can go farther with her. Um, so unfortunately, this guy did not um, drop the thing we wanted, but he ended up dropping something that we needed all the same. Um, and then once that was done, I went and sold a bunch of shards that we weren't using um, to get up to 24,000 gold and bought a 16-bit coin so we could create Use Sword, the next version of the Use Sword. And so this has 40 attacks. So this is much higher attack damage than we had before. We went from uh, the previous sword had 27 attack, so we went from 50 to 70 attack. Um, um, this Bloodbringer, this is the sword. We can't equip it right now because we have it flying around us. Apparently, it gets better the more you go. So we'll check in and see if it gets more powerful, and maybe if that becomes better than Use Sword at some point. Um, but with all that, we've leveled up a whole bunch, and we should be a lot more powerful this time when we attack these guys, and we'll see if a combination of leveling up and practice will let us beat these guys in, a couple tries.
Arise, myself and my shadow!
So you can see we're doing a lot more damage now.
Arise, myself and my shadow!
Okay.
Arise, myself and my shadow! Arise, myself and my shadow! Arise, myself and my shadow! Arise, myself and my shadow!
Awesome. So we were doing quite a bit more damage this time. Inferno Breath. Very cool. And I don't know if you noticed during that cutscene, we saw a chest down below. A gold chest. Let's see. Just make sure we don't lose anything here. Okay, so it looks like we spiral around. If you look on the minimap, we kind of jump around. Let's go see this way before we get to an end point. I think we may have to drop down that hole. Okay, there it is. So we're back to the same point. There's another drop down. We may have to drop down there. We don't have to run all the way back up to the top. So imagine falling down that hole is the quick route. Okay. One more rotation there. I know this is boring, but it's better than missing out on something super awesome. Wherever you'd not look is the one place they would hide something like that. Okay, well, we just could have fallen all the way down here. Silver bromide. So we've been looking for that since the beginning of the game. Oh, and this is the entrance. So if we fall down here, we can just go right out the over to the elevator. Let's see what's down here. We're gonna turn and okay. So this is kind of a dead end layout-wise, but that silver bromide is what we need for photography. Dominique was talking about that since the very beginning of the game. And come on, elevator. Nice. We will go all the way to the top. So there's a big gap there on the right. I spent some time searching for openings there, and I don't believe there are any. So it looks like that is an actual gap and not just a hidden area. Real excited to hear what Dominic has to say now that we have the silver bromide. Let's look at it in our inventory and see what it actually says. Heir apparent, silver bromide, a special mineral required to produce photographs. Okay. So not a lot, but I don't remember if this was on stream, but we went back to the librarian. And we're now allowed to carry 2 books. I think just having books lets you take out more books in the future. So we'll have to remember to stop by his place every so often so we can check out more books. Let's go ahead and save here. You never know what will happen. It's a new day, we'll go ahead and use a new slot. And let's go ahead and look at our shards. So it will be our directional shard is Inferno Breath. Oh wow. So we can control which angle It's not very far, but I think as you level it up... Oh, that used all my HP already. Good thing we're here. Oh. Um, let's see what it takes to level that thing up.
What are we transmuting this time?
Sinister Skulls. So Sinister Skulls, I believe, drop from the Outsiders with the big shields. Let's go ahead and level it up.
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, now they need... oh, that's Bone Tossed. Sorry. Now, I don't know how we up the grade on things that we fight just once. I don't know if there's another way to fight those the twin dragons, whether there's like a boss rush mode, whether he shows up later in the game, whether we can retrigger him, whether you just have to do it on New Game Plus. I don't know. You can see here our familiar needs: sword fragments and Damascus. We had a Damascus, but we went ahead and spent it on leveling this guy up. And real quick, we'll see if we can craft any new... So it doesn't look like it.
Come back if things...
Let's go see what Dominique has to say. We need as much money as we can get, because we're broke right now. So we spend it all on this awesome sword.
I found the materials you need. Then let's make some photographs. Relax. You look too serious. It's not easy to smile on command, you know. Well, do your best and hold still. Don't... And you can breathe now. Finally. All finished. You can move around if you want. Whew. Here you are. One photograph. It looks exactly like me. How strange.
Isn't that weird? Identification. The latest in ecclesiastical research, a rather hazy photograph. Okay, can't see it, but we do need to go talk to the vampire librarian, Orlok Dracul, to see if he'll give us his identification papers that we'll slap this photograph onto. That'll let us take the train. I don't know if sitting here triggers anything. Must not. So here's the recipe that she wants us to make. So looks like, I don't know, just something on the page, on a plate. Something maybe with a side of rice, beans and rice or something, I don't know. Let's double check.
Are you eating properly? So, what'll it be?
So it's not cheese, soda water, rice. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, we made berry spaghetti. I don't know why we would want to, other than it ups our luck. We need red bean paste in order to make shrunko spaghetti. Apple pie, we just need apples in order to make. Dragon egg to make lemon pie. Strawberry crepe. I think we just need more strawberries. Something drops strawberries, so we could probably go farm that. And I don't know what crepe dough takes. It probably takes cookies, which is weird, but... Red bean paste. So I'm mostly paying attention to the lower left image. It's possible that something could show up in the as an ingredient in something else. So I'm checking the right side as well. Yeah, so we don't know how to make
Pace
whatever it
yourself
is
out
she
there.
wants. But we can... Let's go visit our favorite vampire. So he is up in the library. Livre Ex Machina. And just right below the teleporter.
I brought a photograph.
May I see it? This should suffice. Give me
Apparently he's
just
a
a moment.
forger as well.
Here you are. Your very own credentials.
Thank you, OD.
Pass plate. Relic required to pass through the demon's entry gate. Awesome. Now that wasn't the picture that we took, but unless that camera can see through a wolf head. And we want to be... Well, let's go this way. I think the other way is actually shorter. If we go and take the elevator down and then hook around to the left. This here will actually trigger a nice little song if you sit here for a little while. So, doesn't seem to do much, but it's an interesting thing nonetheless. Maybe there's some other key we need to turn it into a moment of some sort. So here's one of those Zangets that I farmed. Now this isn't where I farmed at. I actually farmed... I think it was just right over here. Was it this one? It was right here. So here you can kill this guy, have him drop something, step out, step right back in, and respawn him. And that alchemic bounty is lets us create more than one thing randomly when we craft. So we should probably put that on whenever we craft. I was able to get a whole bunch of those. They just happened to be dropping while I was farming beast milk. Oh, actually, I think that might have been the direction we were supposed to go. It was. Let's go ahead and save, because we're about to go into a whole new area, and who knows what we're about to face. I don't know whether it'll be a difficulty spike. But I'm excited. We get to ride the choo-choo. And we'll have to fight the bunny girls. And is there a... either a dog or a cat? There's a dog. Puppy. So here's a place we might want to farm as well. I believe Puppy might be the only thing we found so far that drops Damascus. So if I decide to play while not streaming or not recording, that's probably what I'll do. Is put on my luck gear and go fight that puppy over and over again. Okay, our train FL407. What happened? Nice. Through the gate. Oh, here's Zangetsu.
Wait, I didn't come here to fight.
Then you should not have come at all. But our clash may have to wait.
This train.
You catch on quickly. I have business further ahead. But I find myself at odds with the powerful witchery driving these carriages.
Surely nothing a man of your ability cannot handle.
I already conducted a search inside. But there is an area I cannot pass because of the sorcery it requires.
Ah. Well, it just so happens I have business ahead as well. Does this mean we have a truce?
For now. What?
We're gonna fight the train? Or fight on the train? Nice. Kind of a Ninja Gaiden level. Yeah, I wondered if those were breakable. Ooh, assassins. So we learned about assassins from somewhere. Oh, we need to kill assassins. If we go to our quests, for Sean, we want to kill 4 assassins to get the Cut Purse's ring. So that would be a good thing to do. Oh, we are timed. I did not recognize that. Let's get going. I was just messing around. Assassin's Fest. We'll check that out later. There, we completed our quest. Okay. There was something up on the roof.
Miriam, get on this train.
Nice. Help. Can't get up there, dude.
Miriam, get on this train.
Okay, we'll come back. And let's go inside. Bunny Morphosis. Transform into a lily. Well, we'll mess with that.
Miriam, get this open. I will cut down
Oh,
foolishness.
Arise, myself and my shadow!
we'll need to be behind him when that happens. Hammer Knuckle. Swing a massive fist in the designated direction. And our timer is done. So there's probably lots of stuff there to explore. I know there's a couple of
My thanks.
doors we didn't
Save your
open.
Thanks. I didn't.
Fine. But I owe you all the same.
See, he's not such a bad guy.
To our fierce one, Shardbinder Miriam.
Cool. So, where are we now? The Bridge of Evil. Interesting. So, quest stuff there. Couple chests we missed. Okay. Assassinate. Maneuver behind enemies and attack their blind side. Okay. If we were a speedrunner or more consistent with our skills, we wouldn't need to save every time we run into a save room, but max HP up. That just looked like a place to hide something. Underground sorcery lab. Okay.
You.
Today. Bunny Morphosis. We'll have to check that out when we get a chance. Assassins give us something, but we haven't taken a Sedai. I wonder if they have the fairy wings. So we might try to kill a bunch of those. And let's look at Assassin's Vest. Okay, pretty cool. If we didn't have the silver breastplate, that's probably what we'd be wearing. Bomber Mort. Walnut, Damascus, black pepper. So walnut is something we need to upgrade. One of our abilities. Oh.
Oh, Miriam.
She made it through without going through all the
Dominique.
trouble we did.
What are you doing here? Looking for Zangetsu. Have you seen him? Yes. We fought together aboard the train. What? Zangetsu was with you? But that's... Is something wrong? I asked him to go to the underground sands, but he must have chosen to disregard that request. If you see him again, would you ask him to report back to me? All right. Alfred could spring a trap on any one of us at any time. I hope Zangetsu gets his priorities straight. Thank you, Miriam, and stay safe.
So she has a habit of just showing up everywhere, similar to Alfred. I kind of wonder if, like, Alfred is a bad guy who's going to turn out to be a good guy. He just doesn't like to tell you his intentions. And Zangetsu is probably going to be a good guy, but Dominique, I wonder if she's going to go the other way. Ooh, poisoning, not good. That always freaks me out when I get hit with that. Bolid Blast. Cause an explosion in a designated direction. Sinister Eye. Okay, days and weeks have gone by, but despite my many attempts to cultivate more crystal, the only way I have successfully proliferated it is with the original homunculus subject. I have tried transplanting the crystal into similar subjects, yielding the same pitiable results. I must be failing to remember something. The crystal proliferates across my subject's body like corruption, but the process is far too slow. To amass enough crystal to summon Baal, as my superiors would have asked, would require centuries. When I first discovered the crystal, it grew more quickly. How do I reproduce that? How? What am I doing wrong? I don't know who's leaving those notes, but that's not good. Let's see what's upstairs. Okay, that's a more important door. Let's go through this way first. These little guys are can be a pain to hit. And when they hit you, they do poison damage, which lingers around for a while. So, okay, there's a way up there, but we can't quite get there. We need the bovine plume.
I move so fast.
Oh, okay.
Arise, myself and my shadow! Arise, myself and my shadow! Arise, myself and my shadow! Who are you calling slow?
Reflector ray. Is that craft work? Bunny. Okay, let's see what Bunny Morphosis does. Cool.
Arise, myself and my shadow!
So the Bunny Morphosis turns us into a bunny and drains our mana while we are bunny. Why do we want to be a bunny?
Arise, myself and my shadow!
Oh, hey, there's a Mimic up there. Or... Oh! Healing. Now that is a shard I like. Let's see. Fairy Wing. Nice. So our hypothesis was true. That the Sida would so I can't quite get in there.
Arise, myself and my shadow!
Silver Power Ring. Defense 0. The ring increases attack power in proportion to the number of enemies you have slain. I wonder if that's total or like... So we don't want Bunny Morphosis. Craftwork, we can... Let's go ahead and put healing on there. And then... So as we hold that down... Ooh, so not a lot. But it's enough. I bet once we level that up, it will be awesome. Force Blast. Draw your sword's magical power and unleash it upon enemies. Okay, doesn't look with any of our swords. Not any of the swords we've even heard of. Draw your sword's magical power and unleash fun. Okay. Ooh, teleporter. Okay. So did we miss anything here? So there was a jump we couldn't make, but maybe we can get there with our teleport. Let's go try that. I'm actually going to change to my let's go ahead and change this to our U sword. Okay, I think that's all of our luck stuff. So we can... Yep, was a mimic. Hopefully we can get a few more wing stuff. So I don't see anything special where we can bounce around here. Oh, okay. So that is not... Let's go ahead and make sure we put that in the shortcut. So range will increase. We set it as a shortcut, but we didn't actually... Cool. So this was a different color kitty. Damascus equipment. Awesome. So I bet that's going to be like our next level of equipment. So mimics, we don't know what they drop. Oh, they drop Damascus. A shard of some sort. Bloodburner. Fornaeus. It's our fish. Okay. That was well worth the... coming back to get. Well, we'll see. We'll see when we get back to Johannes. Ooh, what does the mimic give us? Money is power. Increase your stats proportionate to your wealth. Well, we're broke right now. But I imagine that could be a pretty nice assuming there isn't like a cap on it. If there's not a cap on it, then those things are just going to be the best. Anything that's going to scale up the more we play. We're going to go see what we can make with Damascus. If we can't make anything cool, well, then we will upgrade our sword, our sword familiar. Oh, we have a quest to turn in here.
Got any targets for me? Here's what I've turned up on the
Cut Purse's ring.
Have you learned anything new? Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Okay.
It's good to see you. What are we transmuting this time?
Okay, let's craft. And I'm looking at steam boots. Okay, steel-fitted boots with a steam engine. I wonder if those let us move faster. This could be cool. But we have too many things we want to do with Damascus to do something like that right now. A lethal cudgel embedded with obsidian blades. So a Makotl. Attack 30, that's pretty good. So Torador, that's a matchlock used for fighting off targets at a distance. I don't think that's as good as the gun we're holding. I sold off any guns that we weren't using except for the best one. Swordbreaker, okay, that's a dagger. Murgalus, a cursed sword that has been known to turn enemies to stone. Requires mithril. Oracle blade. Okay. Graham, a hero's great sword. Answers only to those it deems worthy. That sounds cool. Okay, nice katana. Okay, so there's one more upgrade to the sword. requires a 32-bit coin and an 8-bit nightmare. I have zero clues where to get the 8-bit nightmare. We need a whole lot of money to buy a 32-bit coin. There's probably one we could find, but we still haven't found any 16-bit coins. Deathbringer, that's cool. It looks like an axe, but it's a great sword. Sculptor's Chisel. Renee's Requiem. With her last breath, she imbues this weapon with her soul. Okay. Well, that's all the weapons. Okay. Okay. Armor. So we're wearing the Lemular armor, I think. No, we are wearing silver breastplate. And we were trying to make the Polonaise. So this is 27, 3 int, 3 mind. But the silver breastplate has con, which gives us a few extra points of defense. Okay. Natura, iron breastplate. Too. So I'm betting with like int, our spells could get really powerful. Duelist guard. Okay. Okay, nothing we want to make. Regenerate. So regenerate takes a healing, fairy wing, and a demon tail. So we need to find a demon tail. But then we can turn our healing shard into a regenerate shard. And that sounds really cool. Let's look at enhancing our shard. So we can up our double jump. More possible actions as a bunny.
I'll go with this.
So we're not going to use the ears for anything else, I don't think.
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
Oh,
There, all done.
okay. So welcome company, we needed walnut for.
I'll go with
I've been liking this. So we'll go ahead and up it
All
once. Bolide blast needs gunpowder. Chemical bounty needs silver. I don't know if we're done with silver yet. Fairy wings, we can update our Karabos. Money is power. Because your stats proportional to wealth, but if we up our rank, we can sell items for higher prices. That's cool. So we still need silver for our mithril, so we're not going to use our silver yet. But we really want to... Bovine plumes for the reflector way as well. Healing potions, okay. Faster recovery. So we want potions. Okay, we're gonna go and up that.
There, all done.
So let's look at crafting potions. We need small webbing and melting bone. So we get webbing.
Go with this.
Ooh, I like it.
From We get what?
I'll go with this.
I think we get that stuff from bats. Let's
I'll
go
go
ahead and
with
up it
this.
one more time. And I don't want to up the double jump just yet. I want to make sure we have enough so that we can create the high jump. So if we get a second
Stop
plume,
Jeebo.
we might use it, but the first one we're going to hold on to until we find another one of those flying cows. Okay, unfortunately we've been at this about an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and check over here, and then we'll go ahead and
Another message
start.
arrow has arrived from
Oh, from
Zangetsu.
Zangetsu.
In this chamber where the bell tolls, seek the demon woman basking in blood. A female vampire, perhaps?
Okay.
Vampires drink blood. They don't bask in it. Wait, there's more. The room was an ocean of gore. From some grisly battle, perhaps. And if I'm reading this right, the demon he spoke of was able to instantly collect this blood without laying hand or lips on it.
Well, that means even the slightest wound in her presence would put me in danger.
She won't be easy to defeat. You had best go in prepared. What are you looking to buy?
Okay, potions cost 200. Oh, we can buy cacao beans. That means we can do the chocolate stuff. So we could at least do chocolate cookies discount card. Wow. It's new. We are nowhere close to that. A story blade that has cracked the skulls of myriad adversaries. Yagrosh. Shakdar. Rakiri. Lingyanju. Snakebite. It's a whip. Cool. Beetlejuice. Garbo hat. Knight's Cuirass. Okay, that's 8,000. So that we might want to upgrade our armor. So just lower our luck because we're wearing our luck armor. Mermaid scarf. Can be dyed the color of your choice. That's interesting. That's cool. Okay, we only have 4,000 gold right now. We're gonna save a lot of this, but let's go ahead and up this. Let's go ahead and get. Let's go ahead and get 4 of these.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, let's go ahead and grab some
What are you looking to buy?
cacao as well.
Is this right? Then we have a deal. Thank you.
And we'll probably up our luck. I'll probably do that between episodes. So you guys don't sit around and watch me cooking. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.